Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're back out here at Shoally Creek to finish out the back nine out here. If you haven't watched the front nine, please go check that out. But right now we are on hole 10. This one's a par 3, 225 feet. Basket's up this way, tucked way off to the right. So you've got two options on this one. You've got this right gap, which is like a forehand route, or you've got this backhand turnover route off to the left. The backhand turnover is a little bit touchier just because you have to kind of challenge this tree line on the left, but it matches the rest of the fairway a lot better, so that's what I'm going to do. Ah, oh, get lucky. Oh, wow. There we go. Yeah, so I got really lucky coming through there, but as you can tell, I'm still not far enough right to get down here. So, see if we can make the putt. Drop. Ah, dang it. All right, guys, we're on hole 11. This one's a par 4, about 550 feet. We're going straight for about 200 feet, and then the fairway dog legs left and goes straight for about 250 feet. Biggest thing to pay attention to is we've got a creek that for us right now is just straight ahead, but then it follows us the rest of the way up the fairway off to the right side. So off the tee shot, really got to be careful about not going in the creek long. But then on our second or third shots, we got to be careful because any tree kick can kick you out of bounds really easily. So really just try to be careful on this hole and just take a par. I think that, yeah, that's good. If I'm far enough, I might be able to kind of be aggressive and try and get up there for the birdie. But if I'm short, not worth it. Just gonna play for par. Okay, so from here you can kind of see the basket just poking out from the behind this tree. But what you can't really tell from here is that the basket's right on the edge of the creek, like maybe 2 to 3 feet off of it. So I'm just gonna try and take a backhand, just throw it dead straight through this gap, just try and put it up there. If I'm like 20 feet, I might run it, but odds are I'm just gonna lay up the next shot, get out of here with par. Okay. Okay, not a terrible kick. That just makes it to where we're gonna lay up. Don't have to think about it. Just nice. That's perfectly fine right there. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 12. This one's a par 3. Maybe like right at 200 feet, just dead straight ahead. Really just got to hit your gap, throw something just dead straight. Kind of like on the last hole, got the OB Creek off to the right, so really just want to be careful about your kicks, but I mean, just should just be pretty simple, straight backhand. Should. Oh, don't kick right. Yes, okay, that's fine. We're good. We're not in the creek. Perfect. There we go. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 13. This one's a par 3, probably about 260 feet. Going straight for probably about 200 feet, then it doglegs right into this wood line. Kind of like hole 10, but without the wooded fairway, basically. So I'm just going to try to take a forehand, throw it high, and just kind of let it stall and fade right into the wood line off to the right, and hopefully get far enough right to where I have a putt. Came out with some anhyzer. That's not bad. Like, I'll probably have a pretty easy approach shot, but you got to get it high and flat and just stall. Okay, so I actually ended up in a much better spot than I would have thought. I also found this clear Rask. It's got a 205 phone number on it, so I'll leave it out here on top of the basket, but if you know whose this is, it's out here for them. But let's go ahead and make the play. Fade. Ah, pulled it. Let's see other Rask putts. Oh yeah. Oh man. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 14. This one's a par 3, 225 feet, just straight ahead. Nothing really too much to worry about. You do have an OB swamp that's between us and the basket, but shouldn't end up in there. So if you do want to miss, you do want to miss long because there's a good amount of room behind the basket. It's just going to be a pretty difficult putt, but let's see if we can ring it up. Come on. Oh, only parked. Dang. All right, guys, we're on hole 15. This one's a par 3, about 270 feet maybe, just straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to is we got the creek. You can kind of see winds in front of us, and then pretty much just stays to the left side of the fairway all the way down. So you can get aggressive and try and like follow the creek with like a flex forehand, but the play I like to do is just go straight with like a slightly overstable mid-range, just try and get to push straight and just kind of follow the little path that's up there. It's not really good play for the birdie because a lot of times you end up like a 40-footer, but it's gonna take the creek completely out of play, which is what will get you a big number on this hole. So we'll try and stay away from that. Oh, sit. Okay, we're good. Whew, almost. Okay, so not really in a bad spot. Just got a little touchy approach shot. Gonna go with the forehand because I want to finish off to the right as best I can, but I have to put a little bit of flex out of the hand on this. That's perfectly fine. Skip. Go. Okay, that's putt. Get there. Yes. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 16. This one's a par 3, about 220 feet, give or take. It's just straight ahead behind this group of trees right here. It's only like 20 feet past it, so pretty good rule is like if you can get a forehand out there and just fade in just past it, should have a pretty easy putt. But if you're short of it, you'll have like a little bit longer putt with probably something in your way, but should be a pretty easy shot. Yep, see, just in front of it. So I have a long putt. Okay, so maybe long putt wasn't a good way to put it. I thought it was much farther past this tree, so my bad. But let's go and make a putt. Yes. All right, guys, we're on hole 17. This one's a par 3, like 180 feet maybe, give or take. Hard to tell, but just going straight ahead. Biggest thing, got the creek off to the right again, and the stuff off to the right's grown up a lot more than I remember it being. So I can't. Cause typically I would just throw a straight putter at it, but now I'm gonna have to throw something that'll kind of either bend from left to right or throw like a forehand hyzer or something like that. I think I'm still gonna go with the backhand, just do a little backhand turnover right at it. So now I've got a tailwind, so I'm gonna go with the forehand. Just gonna have to hit this hard, give it some good height. Just try not to get the fade out too early. Oh, pulled it, but yeah, that's long and way left. So I have a pretty scary putt coming back towards the river, but it should be okay. We'll see. Okay, so not as bad as I was thinking. I was thinking we're gonna be like 45 feet, but this might be like just outside of circle. So got a chance. Just gotta be careful. I've got some room behind the basket, but I don't have a ton, so still need to run this full force. Oh, go. Ugh, dang it. Yeah. All right, guys, we're on hole 18, final hole of the video. This one's a par 3, about 350 feet. Basket's up this way, slightly tucked off to the right, not too far. So really just trying to throw just a straight shot, get out there. If I throw it just dead straight and pin high, it'll give me like a 35, 40 footer. So just gonna try and do that. Come out of it. Yeah, that'll be really good. Maybe not quite pin high. So I'll probably have like a edge of circle 2 look from there, but still putt. Oh, I turned it over. Dang. All right, guys, that finishes up a round out here at Shoally. I'm really happy with how I played today. I wish I could have scored a little bit more, but ultimately just being able to be bogey free out here was really nice because, as you could tell in like a hole 15, it doesn't take a whole lot to be in a really bad situation. Because if I would have rolled another foot or two, I would have been out of bounds and then playing for bogey pretty much. So being able to stay bogey free out here is really nice. Just shows that I was able to be really consistent off the tee, even though like I just kept giving myself 40 footers, which was the annoying part, where I'm just outside of my comfortable putting range. So just one of those things. But to give my thoughts on the course real quick, like I said, this is a fun course. It's not, it's difficult while still feeling easy, if that makes sense. Where like if you're a rec player and you come out here, shooting even par out here is going to feel really good. But for somebody like me who's like in between intermediate and advanced, I want to come out here and shoot 4, 5, 6 under because I know I can, but it's just going to require me to throw well off the tee and make my putts. So really, I love the difficulty level out here. The only real critique I would say I have for the course is I feel like it relies on the river too much as out of bounds. I don't mind using the river as out of bounds, but it feels like it's the OB on every hole. And it's just really annoying when you have to get down in there and get your disc out of that water, just because it's so worn down in there. You have to reach in there and grab it unless you have like a disc retriever or something like that. So I wish they could have kind of stayed away from the creek as a little bit more than they did, but ultimately it's just whatever. Just make sure if you do come out here, you have a disc retriever or something with you that you can grab your disc with once it does go in the creek, because you're going to go in the creek out here. It's just a matter of when, not if. But that's pretty much everything. So thank you to my sponsors, Goliath Discs and Upper Park. If you want to go check them out, I've got their links in the description and my affiliate codes with them. Like I said in the last video, if you use my affiliate codes with either one of them, it does give me some kickback. So not only will you be supporting them, but you'll be supporting me. So please go check them out. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and y'all have a good one.